This is Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with our free college football pick. This is Week 8, Part 1. These will be 9 games for Saturday's action. If you're looking for more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And for my best bets, my premium plays, click the link in the description. That'll take you to my page at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's get to the picks here. Let's start here with Wake Forest and UConn. Here, Wake Forest fell to 2-4 after their 49-14 home defeat to Clemson. The Demon Deacons gained 233 yards, 87 rushing for 3.1 yards a carry. Hank Bachmeier here, 12 of 21 passing for 126 yards with 2 touchdowns and 2 picks. UConn 4-2, a 29-20 home win at Temple. The Huskies put up 371 yards, 99 rushing for 2.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 270 yards to the Owls with 136 passing on 31 attempts. Nick Evers missed the game with a concussion and was questionable here. Joe Fagnano, 24 of 41 passing for 272 yards with a touchdown and 2 picks. And Wake Forest rushed for 4.3 yards a carry and averaged 7.1 yards per pass attempt. Demon Deacons are a poor defensive team by allowing 4.9 yards per run, 71% completion rate, 8.1 yards per pass attempt. UConn, good offensive team as they rush for 4.8 yards a carry and average 6.7 yards per pass attempt. The numbers have been better at home. The Demon Deacons 1-5 of the spread when lying between +3 and -3. UConn 10-5 of the spread at home. Wake Forest defense makes it tough to back them here. Play UConn -2. All right, let's get to East Carolina and Army here for Saturday. East Carolina sits at 3-3 after their 55-24 road win at Charlotte. The Pirates posted 343 yards, 148 rushing for nearly 6 yards per rush. On defense, they allowed 517 yards to the 49ers, 311 rushing for 6 yards a carry. Jake Garcia here, 6 of 8 passing for 111 yards with a touchdown and interception. Army now 6-0. A 44-10 home win to UAB. The Black Knights gained 515 yards, 413 of them rushing for 7.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 303 yards to the Blazers with 242 passing yards on 39 attempts. Bryson Daly here, 3 of 7 passing for 102 yards and a touchdown. He rushed for 136 yards and 4 touchdowns. Army rushed for 6.9 yards a carry, and when they throw, they average 12.1 yards per pass attempt. Now, they are defending, and they give up 3.1 yards per rush, 5.7 yards per pass attempt. East Carolina struggles on the ground and with accuracy at the quarterback position. They allowed 3.5 yards per rush, 6.8 yards per pass attempt. The Pirates' defensive performance against Charlotte was a major concern here. Army has covered 8 straight dating back to last season. Play Army here at -15. All right, let's get you Miami and Louisville here for action on Saturday. We've got Miami now 6-0 after a 39-38 road win at Cal. The Hurricanes put up 575 yards, 138 of them rushing for 4.2 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 370 yards to the Golden Bears, 73 of them rushing for 2.9 yards a carry. Cam Ward here, 35 of 53 passing for 437 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. He rushed for a touchdown in the game. Louisville now 4-2, a 24-20 road win at Virginia. The Cardinals' offense posted 408 yards, 177 rushing for 5.7 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 449 yards to the Cavaliers with 301 passing yards on 46 attempts. Tyler Shaw here, 18 of 31 passing for 231 yards with a touchdown and a pick in the game. Miami putting up great offensive numbers as they rush for 5.6 yards a carry and complete 70% of their passes for 10.3 yards per pass attempt. On defense, they limit foes to 3.3 yards a carry with 6.2 yards per pass attempt. Louisville as well rushed for 5.8 yards a carry, 291 yards passing for 9 yards per pass attempt. They defend well, allowing 7.2 yards per pass attempt. Miami 3-6 to the spread on the road here against the conference. Louisville is 13-4 at home to the spread. The Hurricanes' margin of victory the past 2 games was 4 and at 1 point. They piled up stats against weak opponents. Played Louisville here +4.5. All right, next up we got Louisiana and Coastal Carolina. Louisiana here 4-1 after their 34-24 home win to App State. The Raging Cajuns produced 364 yards, 166 rushing for 4.6 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 421 yards to the Mountaineers, 155 rushing for 4.4 yards a carry. Ben Woolridge here, 14 of 23 passing for 198 yards with 2 touchdowns and a pick. He rushed for a touchdown in the game. Coastal Carolina fell to 4-2, a 39-7 road defeat to James Madison. Chanticleers put up 181 yards, 79 of them rushing for 3 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 421 yards to the Dukes, 222 rushing for 5.3 yards a carry. Ethan Vasco, 5 of 18 passing for 84 yards with a touchdown and 2 picks. Raging Cajuns are a good offensive team as they rush for 5.5 yards a carry, 69% completion rate, 8.4 yards per pass attempt. On defense, the team allows 4.6 yards per rush, 64% completion rate, 6.2 yards a carry. Coastal Carolina runs for 4.6 yards a carry, 54% completion rate, 8.6 yards per attempt here. Defensively, they're giving up 203 yards rushing for 6 yards a carry, 7 yards per pass attempt. Louisiana here 2-6 to the spread as a road favorite. The Chanticleers passing numbers improve at home. 283 yards passing, 10 yards per pass attempt. Louisiana on the roads giving up 73% completion rate, 7 yards per pass attempt. Play here will be on Coastal Carolina plus the 4. All right, next up we got Virginia and Clemson here for Saturday's action. We got Virginia falling here 2-4-3. They lose 24-20 at home to Louisville. The Cavaliers gained 449 yards, 148 of them rushing for 4.1 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 408 yards to the Cardinals, 177 rushing yards for 5.7 yards a carry. Anthony Colandrea, 26 of 45 passing for 279 yards with a touchdown. He rushed for 84 yards in the game. Clemson 5-1 after their 49-14 road win at Wake Forest. The Tigers put up 566 yards, 223 rushing for 5.7 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 233 yards to the Demon Deacons, 87 rushing for 3.1 yards a carry. Cade Klubnik completed 31 of 41 passing for 309 yards with 3 touchdowns. Virginia is rushing for 4.7 yards a carry and completes 64% of their passes for 7.7 yards per pass attempt. Defensively, they hold opponents to 3.7 yards a carry, but struggle defending the pass, allowing 261 yards per game, 7.7 yards per pass attempt. Defensive numbers are far worse in the road game. Clemson, a strong offensive team that rushes for 6 yards a carry and throws for 282 yards with 8 yards per pass attempt. On defense, they gave up 4.5 yards a carry and only 54% completion rate for 6.1 yards per pass attempt. The Tigers are 9-6 to the spread as a home favorite. They have been blowing out teams since their loss to Georgia in their opener. Their Cavs road pass defense here is a concern. Play Clemson here minus 21. All right, next up, Arizona State and Cincinnati college football pick. Here we go for action on Saturday. Arizona State now 5-1, a 27-19 home win to Utah. The Sun Devils produced 343 yards, 176 rushing for 4.8 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed 349 yards to the Utes, 209 passing yards on 37 attempts. Sam Levitt here, 11 of 18 passing for 154 yards with a touchdown and pick. Cincinnati now 4-2, a 19-13 road win at UCF. The Bearcats delivered 338 yards, 97 rushing for 3 yards per carry. Defensively, they allowed 397 yards to the Knights, 106 rushing yards for 4.9 yards a carry. Brendan Sorsby here, 25 of 38 passing for 221 yards with a touchdown and 2 picks. He had a rushing touchdown in the game. Arizona State has run effectively 5 yards per carry, averaging 7.7 yards per pass attempt in a balanced attack. On defense, they hold opponents to 3.2 yards a carry, 6.3 yards per pass attempt. Cincinnati has some spark offensively. They also rush for 5 yards a carry and complete 63% of their passes for 8.5 yards per pass attempt. On defense, they give them 5 yards a carry, 7.8 yards per pass attempt. You know, ASU has a loss on the road to Texas Tech and escaped at Texas State with a 3-point win. They have not been able to run effectively on the road in these games for less than 3 yards a carry. Player will be Cincinnati here minus 2.5. All right, up next, UCLA and Rutgers college football pick. Here we go Saturday. UCLA fell to 1-5, a 21-17 home defeat to Minnesota. The Bruins gained 329 yards, 36 rushing on 26 attempts. On defense, they allowed 234 yards to the Golden Gophers, 41 rushing yards on 24 carries. Eli Garber's 25 of 36 passing for 293 yards with a touchdown and 3 picks. Rutgers drops to 4-2, a 42-7 home defeat to Wisconsin. The Scarlet Knights put up 271 yards, 168 rushing for 4.8 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 549 yards to the Badgers, 309 rushing for 6.6 yards a carry. Anthony Kakmanis, 12 of 32 passing, 103 yards, a pick. He rushed for 48 yards in the game. UCLA, very poor offensive team, 2.4 yards per rush, inaccurate at the quarterback position. They stop the run, but man, they get exploited by the pass. 70% completions they allow, 7.2 yards per pass attempt. Rutgers rushes for 4.9 yards a carry, but inaccurate as well in the passing game by barely completing half their passes. On defense, they allow 5.3 yards per rush, 6.3 yards per pass attempt. UCLA 1-7 to the spread as a underdog of 7 or fewer points. Rutgers 7-3 to the spread as a home favorite. 3 road trips out east the past 4 weeks for the Bruins. Their losses against Power 4 schools on the road have been by double digits. Play your Rutgers at -4. All right, let's get you Wisconsin and Northwestern here for action on Saturday. Wisconsin now 4-2, a 42-7 road win at Rutgers. The Badgers pile up some big yardage here, over 500 yards. They're at 309 rushing for 6.6 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 269 yards to the Scarlet Knights, 103 passing on 32 attempts. Braden Locke here, 20 of 28 passing for 240 yards with a touchdown and pick. He rushed for a touchdown in the game. Northwestern 3-3, a 37-10 road win at Maryland. The Wildcats posted 283 yards with 80 rushing for 2.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 355 yards to the Terrapins, 59 rushing for under 2 yards a carry. Jack Lausch, 10 of 18 passing for 203 yards. He rushed for a touchdown in the game. Wisconsin rushing for 4.8 yards a carry and moves the football through the air for 7.4 yards per pass attempt. They hold opponents to 4.4 yards per rush, only 6.2 yards per pass attempt. Northwestern runs for 3.9 yards a carry with 6 yards per pass attempt. The Wildcats hold opponents to only 2.9 yards a carry, 7.1 yards per pass attempt though. Wisconsin should be able to exploit the Wildcats' weak pass defense. Wisconsin 7-4 to the over against the conference. The Wildcats have gone over in 2 straight with offensive improvement. Wisconsin's gone over in 4 straight. Play here Wisconsin and Northwestern over 41. All right, next up, Auburn and Missouri college football pick. This one here on Saturday. Auburn now drops to 2-4, a 31-13 road defeat to Georgia. The Tigers gained 337 yards, 137 of them rushing for 4.4 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 381 yards to the Bulldogs with 240 passing on 29 attempts. Peyton Thorne here, 16 of 27 passing for 200 yards. Missouri improved to 5-1. A 45-3 road win at UMass. The Tigers put up 461 yards, 231 rushing for 6.1 yards a carry. Defensively, they allowed 137 yards to the Minutemen, 95 rushing for 3 yards a carry. Brady Cook now 14 of 19 passing for 219 yards with 2 touchdowns. Auburn's put up good offensive numbers, 5.3 yards per rush, 279 yards passing per game, 9.6 yards per pass attempt. Defensively, they limit the opponents at 3.5 yards per rush, 58% completion rate. Missouri, good offensive team here, 5.1 yards a carry, 67% completions, 7.2 yards per pass attempt. Their defense stops the run but allows 7 yards per pass attempt. Missouri has not covered against a Power 4 team. Missouri 5-8 to the spread as a home favorite. Play here will be Auburn plus the 4.5. For more free pick videos, be sure to subscribe to our channel. And if you're looking for my best bets, my premium picks, click the link in the description. That'll take you to my page at Tony'sPicks.com. And if you appreciate our work, like our video, give us a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. I'm Tony T. We will talk with you later.